The woman had just filled the bathtub when a strange man suddenly broke in.
Sorry, you're in the wrong.
Before she could even react, he slammed her against the wall. She was about to ask what he wanted, but he covered her mouth.
Not a sound. You get me?
Money. It's all cash.
Where's it?
It's in the closet.
Show me.
Then Katie opened the safe and took out hundreds of thousands in cash and jewelry. She thought once he got the money he would leave, but instead he pulled out a gun and warned her not to tell anyone about tonight, or they would go after her family. Katie nodded in a daze, but the next second he kicked her until she passed out. Then he took the money and walked away. The next afternoon, Katie woke up on the floor because she was afraid her illegal business would be exposed. She chose not to call the police and treated her wounds alone at home. During that time, she did not step outside the apartment once, until 2 weeks later, when she saw news about the gang being wanted in the newspaper. She realized the man who robbed her was already in prison. With nothing left to fear, Katie quickly got herself dressed up. Then she called her clients one by one, trying to restart the poker games. She wanted to earn back the money that was stolen. It turned out Katie was the boss of an underground poker ring. Everyone who sat at her table was either rich or powerful. Just from tips alone, she could make $8.7 million in 6 months. She even became one of the top poker organizers in the world. But before entering this world, Katie was actually a professional skier because of an accident. Her spine was badly injured and she was forced to retire. She became a bartender. But with her great people skills, she fit in perfectly, and even caught the attention of a customer named Dean. He needed a smart woman to be his secretary, so Katie worked at the bar at night, and during the day she went to Dean's office to organize his files. 2 weeks later, Dean gave her a list of wealthy contacts, and asked her to text them one by one to invite them to the poker game at night. This experience completely changed her life. That night, Katie arrived at the casino early. After setting up the room with the dealer, she waited for the guests. The players arrived one after another, and each handed Katie $10,000. This was the entry fee for the night. As the game started, she quickly realized they did not care about winning or losing. No matter how good or bad their cards were, they went all in. They were only chasing the thrill. When the game ended, Katie's values were completely changed. In just one night, she made $8,000. That was more than she used to earn in a month. After tasting success, she quit her bar job immediately and devoted herself fully to the games. To earn more tips, she began bringing in new players. First, she found nightclub servers and asked them to look for rich people who loved to gamble. For every person they introduced, she paid $500. Then she went to regular casino dealers and offered $1,000 per head. Under her efforts, more and more players joined. Her tips multiplied, and she bought her own house and luxury cars. But this made Dean feel threatened. He realized the casino was slowly slipping out of his control, so he refused to pay Katie her salary, using the excuse that business was bad. It was only a little over $1,000, but she knew if he could take her salary, next would be her tips. So the next day, she rented a presidential suite and spent $10,000 to hire a professional shuffler. As for beautiful bartenders and premium cigars, she had them all prepared. After everything was ready, she texted all the players and told them the new location. Then before the game started, she announced she was going independent. Everyone froze and said nothing. Katie was not surprised. Instead, she turned to the man in front of her.
Play.
When McGuire said let's begin, the other players immediately took their seats. It turned out he was a Hollywood superstar. Most of the players came just for him. The sharp-minded Katie had noticed this long ago, so she had already been working with McGuire in secret. The next day after the game ran smoothly, she consulted a professional lawyer about the rules, because she only collected tips and did not take a cut from the pot. Her business was completely legal. Soon her operation kept growing. She made a fortune, but the people involved became more and more complicated. Everyone came with their own motives. This was no longer just about excitement. 2 players caught Katie's attention. One was Brian, who lost every time. Since he started playing here, he had never won once. He lost hundreds of thousands every week, but he kept coming back. Later, Katie learned he had his own foundation. Although he lost millions, he brought in $40 million in investments for it. The other was Harlan, who always won. He played carefully and never went all in. Maybe he did not win much each time, but he had never lost. However, one night he lost to the rookie Brian. Brian looked at his cards and went all in. Harlan, who had never played him before, was stunned. After hesitating, he folded. Then Brian revealed his cards, and they were actually the lowest in the room. The laughter around him felt like knives in his chest. Although he only lost tens of thousands, it shattered Harlan's confidence. After that, he collapsed and kept losing. He lost all his money, and even owed Katie $1.2 million. She thought he would quit gambling, but the next week Harlan returned with a $2 million check. The money was borrowed from McGuire. The deal was, after Harlan paid off his debt, for the next 2 years, Half of his winnings would go to Maguire. If he lost, he alone would take the risk. What made Katie even angrier was that Maguire controlled Harlan's bets. The two worked together to cheat others. This was clear fraud. If it got out, Katie would be ruined. She told Maguire to stop, but this only enraged him and made her fall from the peak of her life into the abyss.
These guys want to play cards with me, not you.
Be that as it may.
You know who the biggest winner in this game is?
It's you.
You know who the second biggest winner is?
Look,
It's you. I think we should talk about capping your tips.